Hi, my name is Idris Khamissa.
And I am Muhammad Vahed.
Yes, Muhammad and I have formed a very dynamic institution and it is called Khamissa Vahed Public Speaking Academy. Indeed, we are the number one public speaking specialists.
And today we are going to be sharing with you the benefits of public speaking.
You know, Muhammad, talking about benefits, there are many people who think if they go for a public speaking course, they are only going to learn about speech, about pronunciation, about body language and gestures. But you and I know from our own experience and from our academy that the benefits go far beyond that. And I want to begin to share with you one very important benefit, and that is it enhances people's self esteem. There are many individuals, when you speak to them, they have low self esteem, they feel diminished, they lack the courage to make decisions. But when they begin to participate in this cause, they have a very positive self concept, they feel endeared to other people, and they feel good about who they are, and they're never afraid to share their opinion and to share suggestions when they need to do that. And I'm sure, Muhammad, from your own experience, you must have also come across many benefits.
Absolutely, Idris. One of those that I have come across in my working environment is the benefit of attaining leadership positions. What often happens is that a person might have leadership capabilities. However, because the person is an introvert, not associating with people, not speaking in public, people don't really know the potential of the person. And in my working environment, I've come across an example where this lady was working in a legal department, had hardly spoken in public, and on one occasion there was an opportunity for her to do some training, which she did. And for the first time, management in the organization became aware of her potential. And immediately thereafter, the people started asking, where was she all these years? So Idris, another very important benefit is that it shows the people what leadership position or capabilities you have.
Indeed, I think what you're saying is extremely relevant because we have too many followers. What we want is dynamic leadership. And the other point that I like to share with the viewers is the fact that when a person is articulate, when he's proficient, you find that it impacts on his personality, but most importantly, it inspires confidence in others, and others want to listen to him. They benefit from his knowledge and his experience, and that is very, very critical because too many people, we have found, of course, through our own experience, lead lives of isolation. And when you are able to inspire confidence in others, my gosh, it is such a beautiful quality. And that brings me to another point. The whole idea is this: when people learn to speak, what they also do research. And you and I know how much of research we need to do before we do a presentation. They're able to quote authentic sources, they're able to give appropriate data, and what happens in the end, it gives you credibility. They say, wow, man, I want to listen to Muhammad Vahed. He's got credibility, and that is fundamental.
Absolutely, Idris. And another benefit that I have come across as well is it makes people more self-aware. So when they are speaking, they subconsciously are concentrating on their speech, their contents, as well as their presentation. So whereas if they were just sitting back, not speaking in public, quite often they wouldn't be aware of not only their potential, but where their weaknesses lie. So when they speak in public, the added benefit is that they become self-conscious and self-aware as well, and then they try and improve as they go along.
I recall the other day when I began to speak, I could hear my words very clearly. And I speak to myself. I said, Idris, you're going too fast. Slow down. Oh, the audience, they seem to be sleepy. Share a joke, animate them. And indeed, I am aware of the quality that you are speaking about, and that is very, very important. But for me, Muhammad, I think the most powerful thing you realize is the power of words. And you and I know that words can heal or they could hurt. Words could uplift a person or diminish. How often people have said, you might forget what the person said, but you never forget how you made them feel. And in that way, you become far more circumspect. You choose your words judiciously. You're aware of the different meanings. And in that way, it helps you not only to understand the power of words, in that way you'll enjoy far more dynamic relationships.
Another benefit, Idris, that we have experienced in our academy is that it unleashes the potential of the public speaker. Because what quite often happens is that whilst the person has tremendous potential, because they are not speaking in public, therefore it is hidden away from the public. And I always like to say that we are all geniuses. However, because we are not using our capability, our brains to the maximum, therefore the public is not benefiting from us either. So when we speak in public, when the public becomes aware of our potential, even in our working environment, then if there is a promotion possible, and then they'll immediately think of so and so made such a beautiful presentation, let's give that person an opportunity.
It reminds me of a poem that I came across being a teacher of English. And the writer was Thomas Gray. And in his poem, the elegy in the country churchyard said, "Many a sweet flower is born to blush unseen in the desert air." Yes, indeed, all of us have tremendous potential. And through learning public speaking that you said so eloquently, you can unleash your potential. Muhammad, people say to me, Idris, you're a very friendly guy and smiling and all of that. And I think perhaps I embraced this, especially when I felt I was proficient to speak in public. My self-esteem was enhanced. In that way, I'm not afraid to talk to a stranger. I'm not afraid to share an opinion. And, and I'm thankful to God Almighty that I have many, many friends. And I think that's an important attribute because they say human beings are gregarious social animals and we need to contact or keep in contact with our neighbors and our friends. And one of the other ones that I want to also share with the viewers is that, when you learn to speak in public, you realize in the end your image is important, your appearance, that you must not allow anything to impinge on the audience contact with you. Anything should not be an impediment. So you become more aware of your appearance, your dress code, because remember, image is everything. And in that way you realize that you must do whatever you can to ensure that between you and the viewer, between you and the listener, there are no obstacles there.
Idris, I endorse what you are saying, because they say first impressions are lasting impressions. And it's also said that even before a public speaker opens his or her mouth, the public has already got an opinion about that person. So first impressions are absolutely important. And we know the saying that you do not get a second chance to make a first impression.
Correct.
So that is in its place, absolutely. Another important thing, a benefit, is it affords a person career opportunities. And this is again building on what I said earlier. In speaking in public, people come aware of your potential, and then if there is an opportunity of a promotion, immediately you'll come to mind. In fact, the example that I often give is even in school, when the teacher wants someone to stand up and speak on behalf of this class, who do they choose? They choose the person who is most proficient in speaking. If the principal wants to speak to someone or wants someone to speak at assembly, who does he choose? He will choose that male or female who is the best, most proficient public speaker. So this starts right from school, it goes to your place of employment and lasts you forever. In fact, the situation one finds in employment now is that when you go for an interview, the old days of the interviewer sitting across the table from you, looking at your CV and asking you a few questions is no more. The situation, as you are aware, is that you will be called for an interview. The interviewer will already have had a look at your CV, but they get you to make a presentation to the executives. So they'll call you half an hour earlier, they'll give you a topic to choose from, and impromptu, you are required to make a presentation to the executives. So what is coming out? Your public speaking ability. So it is very, very important in today's time for everyone to embrace the skill.
So there you have it, our viewers, that the benefits are so many. And I'm sure you want to be a part of our program, you want to participate, and see our details below. Contact us, and we are prepared to come to your community, to your country, to inspire you, to give you hope, and you too will accrue the benefits that we just shared with you. This is Idris Khamissa
And Mohammed Vahed.
Bye-bye.